I was hoping the load screen would be a bit quicker. As we begin our best of 5 qualifying match here on Lightshade in the top left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Brisbane. He is just straight up the best Zerg player from Australia. Representing CranKy Ducklings, we have Oreo.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Pakistani Protoss player. He's green. This is his debut here in the Oceanic scene. It is ZAiN.
I might have zoned out and heard he's green, and I'm like, oh, he is. In my brain.
Shock horror, mate. Look, he's seamless, okay? Like, I gotta work with the color, okay? What do you want from me?
I guess we do.
Oh, God.
But we haven't been able to see ZAiN in each matchup so far today. We saw what he likes to do in PvP. We saw what he can do in PvT. Mm-hmm. Now it's on his PvZ.
Exactly. We are getting everything ZAiN today, right? As you said, we've seen him in every single other matchup. Now, what the hell does he do against Zerg? You know, we've seen him proxy a little bit. We've seen him cheese. We've also seen him play a more straight up game. And I have to wonder, how does he approach this matchup, right? Does he go Glaive Adepts? Does he go for some charged all-ins? Does he go for proxies? Does he go for Void Rays? He's gonna go for Void Rays.
He's probably gonna go for Void Rays. Who knows? He could be the prophesized one Protoss player who doesn't go for Void Rays in PvZ.
Mm-hmm. It's possible, mate. It's possible. Oh boy.
Somehow I doubt it, though.
We'll see what he has in store for us. He hasn't thrown down any tech structure quite yet. He's chronoing out his first adept. He's going to be sending it across the map. Oh boy. And I do have to wonder, because we do have a Stargate opening here, and on a map like Lightshade, like, this can be Zerg favored, especially if someone like Oreo did go for something like a big queen push.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot less land to traverse. It takes a lot less. The rush distance, I mean, is a lot lower.
Yeah, it definitely is. Boy, it definitely is. And I'm just waiting to see what the first unit's going to be here out of this Stargate, because sure, it's a Stargate
You're really hoping it's not going to be a Void Ray first.
I'm hoping it is going to be a Void Ray, to be honest. I think Oreo has a lot of practice against double Stargate Void Ray. Like, that's what he's been working on with Starduck. But we do see it is not, and it is an Oracle.
Yeah, but how many Oracles is the question, and will he go for a Void Ray to follow this up? You don't normally see double Stargate off the back of Oracles, do we, Light? Now I'm trying to think about it.
Not typically, not unless you're Nina.
Yeah, well.
She's a special case, though.
Yeah.
Oof. Meanwhile, the Adept is Shade. Ooh, for 2 Adepts, 5 drone kills. Honestly, not bad for ZAiN.
Yeah. Gets a decent scout in Oreo's bases here. Doesn't quite see any tech because Oreo hasn't gone for the tech yet. He knows he doesn't need to rush anything. Just wants to make sure that his economy is secure. Oreo does see the Oracle come out, but the Oracle being patrolled back at home.
Yeah, he wants to make sure his third base is up and running. Otherwise, these Lings could have potentially forced a denial, a cancel on this third. So, very interesting decision here by ZAiN. And regardless, you know, he's just waiting for his second Oracle, mate, not just second.
He's doing it, like...
Triple Oracle, let's go. Oh my god. What's important, though, is that Oreo has seen all of this. Like, his Overlord is still here in the main base.
Oh, yeah, it is. ZAiN not really going for any stalkers. He is really dedicated to Stargate play, at least initially. 3 Oracles can do a lot of damage though to Zerg.
Definitely, and not just damage across the map, but also defensively, right, to help clean up all those things. Meanwhile, the Oracles do dive in, they get a couple of worker kills, and get pushed away.
Yeah, about ideal for when you go for Oracles here. The third Oracle is going to meet up with the other 2, and Adepts is starting to come in. ZAiN He wants to bankrupt Oreo right from the start.
Yeah, exactly. And Oreo does not have a lot. He's been pretty greedy. He's been droning up heavily. He only has queens to defend and only a handful of lings. Oh my god, how much damage is this going to deal?
Alright, already a decent amount. Queen's not quite in position to defend. The lings try to come in, but such a good choke point ZaiN is utilizing. Meanwhile, the Oracle's in the main base.
God, the Oracles are in the main.
Get chased away.
They do get chased away by the queens, but I forced the fight with the drones against the Oracles. Sorry, against the Adepts. The Adepts get a couple more kills. No!
4. And these drones are super vulnerable. I was gonna say, like, 7 drones, about the minimum amount of damage you want to get if you're ZaiN, but 13 drones now, that is ideal.
Exactly. And the Oracle just barely manages to escape with his life as well. All 3 Oracles still alive. Oh god, this is some very good damage done by ZaiN. Oreo has been struggling a little bit here. Again, punished a little bit for his greed and his lack of presence out on the map, not really realizing that the Adepts were on the way.
I'm just imagining how much more devastating that might have been if the 3rd Oracle was in play.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, that Overlord is still in the main, by the way.
ZaiN, just build 1 Phoenix or something.
Just build a Stalker. That's what you need to do, mate.
God damn it.
Oh, God.
Alright, trying to go toe-to-toe with the Spores, but not liking that prospect. Will back out with the Oracle still surviving. Oreo has just been bashed over the head over and over and over again.
Exactly. But you know what? Oreo, he has finished droning up. He has stopped. He's going for that queen push that we were talking about earlier. He has stopped at 45 workers. He's making nothing but lings, roaches, and ravagers. And we'll see what... Oh my god, the stasis does go off.
At least it was just lings. If there was any consolation there, the battery overcharge does get utilized, but it does get sniped. Quite a bit of a waste of overcharge, if I do say so myself. The Queen's now in position. Those Oracles are badly bruised from earlier on. The Disruptor lands on 2 of the Queens, but there are enough transfuses.
I was about to say, best case scenario for Oreo. Meanwhile, the Lings, they want to chase down that Disruptor, and they get on top of it.
Just like so, might get the other Disruptor as well, really splitting apart the army of ZaiN right now. He's starting to collapse on top of the start base. The Oracles looks like they're out of energy light.
They are, but you know what? ZaiN was able to keep his Oracle alive. Now he has 2 of them, and 2 of them are going to be coming down. Oh god, how good are the splits going to be?
The Observers, or Disruptors rather, are still in play. That was a very juicy Purification Nova. And they get another.
Yeah, it looks like he will get another, and with those Novas, it looks like ZaiN will hold.
GG is called. He attack, he defend, and he take game number 1.
Exactly. That was really well done there by ZaiN, going for those Disruptors. Again, Disruptors are ideal against holding those Roach Ravager Queen pushes, more so than Storm, which I'm sure maybe Oreo was hoping he was going for. But yeah, with those Disruptors, oh my god, you just need like 1, maybe 2 good connections, and you're golden, mate.
Now, this might be a little bit too soon to say, like, but based on 1 PvZ I've seen from ZaiN, are we ready to call him the next Stats? He needs a replacement.
I think it's too soon, mate. Too soon. Stats hasn't even gone to the military yet. Still got 4 days.
Like 4 days from now, yeah.
God. Yeah.
Yes, such an old school build. Well, I say old school, but it wasn't even that long ago. It was just a build that wasn't as popular as you might expect it to be back in the day.
Yeah, we have seen it pop up a little bit more frequently nowadays, just because, especially in ESL Open Cup Asia, we have seen a lot less of Void Ray play coming out from the Korean Protosses. So they have been mixing things up a lot more with Oracles, but usually too, you know, not too often do we see triple Oracle. So yeah, maybe ZaiN catching Oreo a little bit off guard there, dealing a lot of economic damage. That really did slow down the push that Oreo wanted to go for on Nightshade.
And he was barely breaking through. Like, ZaiN barely held the initial wave despite all the damage he got done. He needed to kill that many drones and cause as much havoc with his Oracles as possible.
Boy, definitely. And it looks like ZaiN does need a moment to get some water, and so by all means, to take whatever time you need.
It's important to stay hydrated. I'm calling I'm calling his bluff, though. I don't think he's calling for a minute to get water. I think he's calling for a minute to confront Razorblade or be like, do you tell people that I was the older one? / younger one?
I still don't know. The jury's still up on that one. Because we had some conflicting messages in the chat about how old ZAiN was compared to his brother. I don't know, mate.
Shaking my head.
Is he older? Is he younger? Is he the same age? Are they really twins? Are they even related? Maybe they're just not brothers at all. I don't know.
Might not be. Maybe he's a clone.
Maybe. Oh my god, also...
Like a robot.
Oh god, also buenos dias, Neo in the chat. Neo, also another CranKy Duckling. Terran player is showing up here. Or maybe to cheer for his boys. Hopefully. No, it's very early in Peru.
I mean...
And then he just posts, let's go, ZAiN!
I've heard of what went on during the LATAM qualifiers when Chaos Fate was playing light. I'm not sure what... not sure who Neo's cheering for anymore.
So it looks like our players are back. Player even. Oh, there we go. We're getting in.
Immediately, I panicked a little bit, but then I heard the beeps. So I am in the lobby. We're good.
We're good. Ooh. And we are going to be loading in to Oxide.
For game number 2. Best of 5 qualifying match. It's going to be a PVZ coming down. ZAiN, of course, currently up 1-0 in this best of 5 qualifying match.
Oh my.
Yeah. And speaking of qualifying matches, here we are on Oxide LE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We have the blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Brisbane. He is going to be representing CranKy Ducklings. He wishes good luck. Carl, I'm going to say, he is Oreo.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the Pakistani Protoss player representing himself. It is ZAiN.
And we're seeing more and more people wake up. We're seeing a lot of support come down. So I have to wonder this right now. Twitch, why don't you have an Oreo emote? What are you doing?
Right?
What's going on?
What's happening, Twitch? What's happening? We need an Oreo emote. Shaking my head.
Game
I'm gonna pause. Coming out. I believe we're in the Singapore server.
We shouldn't be.
We are.
Yeah, game number 1 was on Singapore. This should be on AU.
Oh no.
Yeah. Huh. I mean, I'm not a ref, so I cannot talk to the players, but okay.
It's up to them though if they want to continue out this game or if they want to remake on AU.
Yeah, we'll see. Up to their discretion. Because we may be having 2 games in a row on Singapore. Maybe then after this they'll do 2 in a row on Australia.
Yeah.
Boy. Oh wait, I could be. If I recall correctly, actually, I know I said it earlier, but I think specifically for DreamHack, they force all games on Singapore.
Ah.
Right, like that's why there was a lot of drama about it. It's all games, right?
It might be. I think it's happening again, like where we're mixing up ins at champs and DreamHack. Oh man, it really doesn't help that they have both, but they're separate.
Yeah. But I think now my memory is jogging. Look, it's been like 7 months. Okay, it's.
Yes.
But yeah, if I recall correctly, I believe all games are on Singapore. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of players in the chat. Maybe they can confirm.
Unless I think it's both players are from AU, then they that
it's on Singapore.
They play.
Yeah.
That's the only time it's on Singapore. Yeah, from AU.
Actually,
to make it fair, you know.
Yeah, all players actually play on the Singapore server, regardless of where they are. Actually,
exactly. Yeah.
It's true.
I know that happened to Delhi, actually, unironically.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, hopefully
Look, eventually
things.
Singapore server will take over NA.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It'll be the only server left standing.
Meanwhile, as you know, the players are waiting for things to settle down a little bit, I may just show off this beautiful screen right here. Also talking about beautiful screens, massive shout out to Kuro aka 16 Squads and Seki in the chat. She actually made all of these overlays, or constructed all of these overlays for us, made a bunch of these graphics, and yeah, we can see right here the players who were invited to the main event and the players who were invited to the closed qualifiers.
It's so visually pleasing.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful, mate. Oh, and the scene transitions, it's beautiful.
Dude. Dude, it's smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the Singapore server.
Yeah, yeah.
No, they're asking admins if it's okay if they remake, but
We
we're not
rep.
We're not reps. No!
Yeah, they are deciding to remake. By remake, I mean resume from replay. But as people can see, yes, Ender, Risky, Probe, and Seether were invited to the main event, and I may as well just get back to it. And Razorblader, T-Bull, Miyamika, and Demi were invited to the closed qualifiers this weekend.
Literally in less than 48 hours, if I'm not mistaken. It's on Sunday. And it does not feel like Friday at all.
I mean, when you cast every single day, like it all just blends together.
It all kinds of blends together, yeah. It also doesn't help that it was a public holiday yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Who puts holidays on a Thursday? Come on. You put it on a Friday or a Monday for the long weekend. Ideally both.
Mm-hmm.
Or you do Thursday and Friday.
Yep. Meanwhile, I'm going to have to restart my clients because I got a bug, so let them know that I'll be there soon.
This game is no longer available.
Yeah, I got the same bug. It's I believe we have to be invited directly. That's why we can't click on the link.
Right. Oh, so we have to actually relog? So do I have to relog?
You can check and see if you can ask for an invite and get in, but I'm relogging just in case.
Right.
There's a common bug with replay lobbies, unfortunately. Boy. So I get in. Oh. Oh, can I get in? Can I get in? Oh. I'm entering lobby at least.
Oh, I got an invite. I'm in.
Ooh, nice. I am.
Ah, beautiful. All right, we're just about getting ready.
All right, let's go.
All of us. We are. I forgot that when you resume from replay, you get the countdown and then you get a loading screen.
Fun fact, because I said, "Can I get an invite?" in the ESL chat, Renegade invited me to his.
Yeah.
His instead. I'm like, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's
feels bad. All right, we're here. We're here.
Oh,
bruh.
Hosted on Australia. I can't.
I think it's based on who makes
the lobby,
the replay lobby. Yeah, because you don't get to choose when it's a replay. Thanks, Bliss. Okay.
Yeah, apologies to everyone. We're just we're trying to get the game going here.
We're trying to sort this out, and ZAiN is saying, if I make the lobby, then it might pick Singapore, but at the same time, it might just pick Brazil.
It may just send us to US East, mate.
It could. Blizzard servers are they're a fickle beast,
to
say the least. It's like Chase in the chat.
Singapore, am I right?
Well, like, ping is poor.
Oh god.
Yeah, wrong.
Oh god. Shaking my head, Chase. Also, goddamn it, Kuro, we were praising you.
Yeah, we were saying that we were saying something along the lines of how you went under the water and rerouted the wires and stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go.
All right. Players are ready. Casters are ready. Can jump in. I got an extra beep. I got really paranoid.
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs associated with StarCraft, especially the lobbies, and sometimes some weird stuff can happen.
Replays as well. Happens a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe, fun fact, I think if you're recovering the game the players who are going to be playing need to have the default observer on.
We're still not
we are not.
Yeah, but it does seem that we have found out that when you remake from replay, you actually can't select the server. It just goes to the host essentially. Wait, what if you remade it because you're in Singapore? Would that actually work? I don't know.
Oh, would it work? How do I do that?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to walk me through it.
All right. When we get out of game, we'll let him know that maybe you can do it.
Wait, we can't walk me through it. We can't. God damn it!
Yaku can do it. Let us in. We can do it.
Yeah.
We have the power. So yes, Yaku. He can do it. Yes, please.
I'm here, guys. Stop ignoring me.
Oh god, maybe
I do need you to walk me through the process, though.
We're good.
Guys.
For those wondering, my lovely co-caster Yaku is from Singapore.
All right, walk me through it.
Oh god, go to find the replay in your replays tab, and then
oh god, there are 3 of them.
Oh no. Click on more, and then you can recover game.
I guess we'll just go with the
Go for the first one, mate.
Earliest one, yeah.
Go for the first one.
Hopefully this works, and then later on I need to whatchamacallit. Right.
Also, make sure you have your options set to Singapore as well for your preferred server, just in case.
Oh yeah, I can't even have it the best match, can I?
Yeah. Can you send an invite? I accidentally declined it.
Oh well. And I have the option to recover game here. Is the thing. Hello?
Yeah.
Can you get the invite?
No, I did not.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Might be lobby bug. Up. It's pending. Players already in the game or matchmaking queue. Chase here. Save us, admins!
Admin, save us.
You might need to relog.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to relog. It looks like. Just let him know that I'm relogging. God, just love the lobby system in StarCraft. It's great. It's beautiful.
It's so intuitive.
Well, I mean, it's fine. It's just, like, just stop bugging out and let us in the lobbies. That's all. That's all we want.
That's all we ask, Father. I'm loving Chase with the throwback. Evans!
Oh god. It's beautiful. Okay, okay. Can I get an invite? Oh, yes, 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 I'm in.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. And wait. Oh, wait. Hold up. Wait.
Can you recover?
Yeah. And I hit start?
Yeah, yeah, you should
But I don't
be...
get to select... Okay. I don't get to select which player is which, though?
No, yeah, you don't. Yeah, it just automatically
Okay.
just throws us in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy. All right. Have we made it? Are we in the correct server? Let's
We have
find
the
out.
correct players, right? Okay.
We made it! We made it!
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, God.
We're still not refs.
It's fine. Oh, God.
Okay. Whew. We got a bit of a double countdown here, but oh, we're finally around. Did we do intros?
God, I'm
We
gonna...
did intros, right?
I'm gonna love editing that for the VOD. It's gonna be great. Oh boy, but yes, we are finally back. I mean, it's been like 20 minutes, so sure. ZAiN!
Yes?
Just did the intro.
Oh, okay. You know what you should do when you edit? You should, like, what's it called? Just splice together the start of the intro and the end when you just go, ZAiN!
Why not? Why not? So it did happen a while ago, but I believe Oreo did open up with a pool first.
He did. Not quite a 12 pool to my memory, but quicker pools nonetheless.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, and the leagues are getting across the map. This has not been scouted by ZAiN as he... No, actually, he did probe scout. So he should know, and he's ready for it. Wow.
Guess like so, yeah. I'm glad that our players remember the game a lot better than we do.
Wow. Okay. Actually done there by ZAiN, able to deny those lings. Wasn't even forced to pump out a zealot.
Yeah, just quick underdraw with that probe. Not forced to waste any of his minerals here. We'll be able to tech up a lot quicker. Once again, we see Oreo taking more of a forward base. This time it makes more sense, though. We are in the ZvP.
We definitely are. Boy. And yeah, Oreo didn't get as much damage as he would have liked done with his early lings. He did force the second pylon to be thrown down here as part of the wall because ZAiN was afraid that maybe there was a big all-in coming his way, so he wanted to make sure everything would stay powered. So I guess there is that, but yeah, for the most part, didn't really pay for itself quite yet. And we do see ZAiN. Oh.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no!
No!
Oh no!
Oreo, please. Call up Telstra. What's going on, Oreo? Not like this. No.
No.
Not in the qualifying match. Oh god.
Man.
If
the issue is able to go down,
yeah,
hopefully it will.
Like the problem is that this is serious because, like, again, even if they decide to end up playing this out, and if Oreo has all these like lag problems, I mean, again, this is a single limb bracket. You have one chance.
It is. You really do. And we're still seeing these starters in game, and again, I want to remind everyone: the second open qualifiers it's happening in less than 24 hours. Like, that's not enough time to fix whatever the issue is.
Yeah.
We might be getting an admin in game, which means we have to leave and recover again.
Well, I mean, we're not getting an admin in game. That's just not happening. I'm pretty sure the admin just doesn't. That's not happening. Let me just quickly check the Discord.
They communicate through Discord, right?
Yeah. Oh,
The length Oreo is going right now.
I've actually done that before.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was in
Using mobile hotspot?
yeah, mobile hotspot to compete in. I believe it was the ESL Challenger qualifiers. Yeah.
Dude. What was your data bill after you did that?
I mean, it's not like StarCraft. It's not like watching a movie. Like watching a Netflix movie is more than playing StarCraft.
It would. To be fair.
It's the data isn't the worst, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do if you want to sort out your ping.
Your phone didn't blow up though, right?
No, how
How
would
many
it
years
blow
ago
up?
was this? No, because like how many years ago was this? This was like I'm trying to remember what my
This would have been
what
either
technology
2018 or 2017, one of those two.
Ah, okay. So they were already pretty advanced by that point.
Yeah. You just turn on your hotspot, just connect your phone via cable. I'm pretty sure I've casted using a hotspot as well, like last year, I
Did
think.
you?
Yeah, last year.
Dang. I would assume that when you did that, you were like, I don't know, Poland or something.
The only thing I haven't streamed using a hotspot. I don't know if that's
probably yeah.
yeah, it's
What
probably
would the
not a good
upload
idea.
be?
Exactly. Like your phone upload, it's not good. It's not
It's
great.
not good to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, Oreo has jury rigged the mobile hotspot.
Just making sure everything's good. Fingers crossed. Again, I
Perfect.
apologize to everyone with this downtime, with this pretty extended downtime. Eventually, we will get back into this series. I apologize, but again, we want to hope that everything is as good as it can be for our players. Just because, again, like everything's on the line here. This is a qualifying match. Like this is pretty important.
Yeah.
Very important when it comes to the StarCraft career for both these players, especially in the beginning of the year. DreamHack, it's the biggest event for every single player in StarCraft. Everyone wants to do well here. Oh boy.
And you want to make it in when you can make it in, and not when you can't.
Exactly.
That's my words of wisdom.
Wise words. You want to make it in when you can make it in.
Yeah. But I mean, if you don't make it in when you make it in, then just make it in.
I love Cedar in the chat. Just play on the U.
Yeah, why not? That way you don't have to worry about servers. It's only one server.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to muddle about and be like, we need somebody from Singapore to recover from the game. We need somebody from Brazil to we need somebody from Brazil to like hold up the antenna. We need somebody from US East to like sacrifice a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
As a fun fact, I think that is the guidelines, the official Blizzard guidelines to getting good ping.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this quote. It's early in the internet. It does drop like drop bears. Trying to liaise with the admins over here. Hey! Chase is gonna pull one for the team. He is gonna fight the sharks. Make sure they stop chomping on the cables that route the servers.
Oh boy. He's gonna dive in, mate. Oh god.
Yeah, we're apologizing here. It's all good. It's, technical difficulties. That's something that we very rarely have control over. Let's see here. Do we have any updates like coming in from the admin?
I just got notified by another admin. Hey, the Chinese qualifying matches are gonna start soon.
Already in the qualifying match?
They're starting in around 30 minutes. And I just let him know we're still in Oceania. This may take a while.
Might not be able to Yeah, might not be able to get in that.
Yeah, I'm letting him know, hey, the China guys, the China qualifiers, they can proceed. Like I don't want to make them wait for us to be casted.
Giving them the good to go. Oh,
Yeah.
meanwhile. Oh, hold up. All right, Wes. Okay, just gonna say, meanwhile, do you have an update here from Renegade stream? Ranger and Starduck are currently in the ace match.
Ooh.
So everybody looking for some StarCraft 2 action going on.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch.tv/RenegadeX Studio. We'll be able to catch one of the qualifiers.
Yeah, yeah. At the moment, the players are just trying to figure things out, and it looks like we may switch to US West. There is a problem with that, though.
Who recovers that? Yeah,
that's the biggest problem. Recovering a replay and trying to pick the server, if it's based off of the person, then we may not be able to get it.
Huh. Okay, US West. We're just looking at what the pings are looking like because I think they and admin okayed them to do a different server if they have to. I think.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just letting them know that like the problem with US West is that none of us are based in US West, so there's no guarantee, or there's a very low chance that we can actually roll US West when creating the lobby. Milk may even be central. I don't. Oh no, he's West Coast, right? LA.
He's in California.
Yeah. We would have to find someone from. Is anyone in the chat from from US West?
We need a volunteer.
We need a volunteer from the chat to save esports, to save StarCraft right now.
I was gonna say Vortex because he's in Peru, but then again,
no, that would
I'm
go
not sure
Brazil.
if that's closer to West or Brazil. Yeah,
it would go Brazil and East. It wouldn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. East is the best for Latin America.
Even Peru?
Oh yeah. East is straight up the best for Latin. West is only good for Mexican players.
And only like from certain cities in Mexico, right?
I'm not certain about that. I just know Mexico. Okay. They prefer.
I imagine Cancun
West.
might be better for East as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep, we're just waiting for an admin to give some confirmation here if we do have to go ahead to switch servers up.
Yeah. Oreo's just waiting for the admin and all that stuff to see what is going on, to see how we solve this. Feels. Meanwhile, Kuro is posting the link in the chat for Renegade's stream. Again, exciting, very exciting that Starduck has made it all the way to the ace match. I'm actually opening it up right now because God, cheering for our boy.
So I gotta pass the time somehow. Yeah, Starduck actually. My God, this. No spoilers, because if you want to know what's happening, go to Renegade's chat. But my God, I think we phrased him right. Like,
oh my God, did we? It's not looking too good for Starduck, mate.
It's not, but I appreciate the build.
Oh no, he's so close to the ace match of a qualifying match. Starduck, oh God. Oh boy. It looks like he's running out of steam, mate. It looks like we may have our first qualified player.
Oh no. But I guess one of these players did have to advance.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, can't win them all. But we'll see how this plays out. Now, there's a 2-minute delay on both streams, but there's still a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That there are.
But most of his stuff is depowered now.
Yeah.
Again, not giving away too much.
I'm a real MVP. I'm from US West.
Let's go! Corn asking what if they host? It'll probably be US East, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if possible, we want to put this on US West.
Yeah. Also, at the same time, right now, we're waiting on what the admin will say. Right? Like it's possible that the admin may not allow that.
Oh, Chase is back. He made some shark fin soup.
Should be okay now. Thank you, Chase. Thank you.
Hey, Ranger in chat. How we doing? Okay, getting a tether, getting VPNs in. Oh, freaking Telstra, man. Frickin' Telstra.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Blizzard doesn't have the functionality to pick servers when you're recovering a game. It's like a very niche
like
scenario where it matters, but yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, honestly, when they introduced server select for lobbies, I did not consider recover from replay, and yeah, I guess you kind of see why. It's a very niche sort of scenario, but it does still happen. Wish we were able to actually get some improvements on recovering from replay.
Yeah, I have to also wonder whether VPNing would work as well. Like, as in Caesar saying, "Hey, maybe I should. What if I VPN to another server and then host?" The problem was that I'm pretty sure Oreo was already VPN to Singapore, and we still ended up in Australia.
He was, yeah, he was. Because that's an interesting thing, right? Because it hides your IP address, but it doesn't exactly like whatchamacallit. Oh, it changes your IP address for most VPNs anyway. I'm not sure how Mutfish works. I think Mutfish is a little bit different since it's changing how the service rerouted as opposed to, you know, changing the location.
Yeah. The players discussing amongst themselves.
The players are disgusting.
They're disgusting, mate.
Light. Whoa, light.
No Terrans here, mate. Ugh.
But I mean, you can. I think every player is disgusting to like a degree, right? You might get some. You know, you have to embrace the filth a little bit.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we did get confirmation, I believe, even though our boys did really well and we have both Ducklings in qualifying matches, I believe Ranger did take down Starduck, and Ranger is the first player to qualify.
Well played, Ranger. Well fought, Starduck, as well. There is, of course, going to be another qualifier tomorrow, and I honestly think that there will be a very good shot for him there as well. Just hoping he rests well.
Definitely. Boy. One final shot tomorrow, and a lot of us Aussies are going to be there. Starduck, Pez, Hut, Azure, Runamuck, I'm sure they're all going to return. And yeah, try that shot at qualifying once again. Meanwhile, we're still here between these two, ZAiN and Oreo, and at the moment, again, it does look like Oreo is still waiting for a response from the ESL admin.
Yeah, thank you very much, Renegade, for the raid. You picked the right time to jump in.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your cast. I hope you enjoyed following the players. I'm honestly jealous. You know, you were able to cast a little Starduck. We would have loved to have done so as well. You know, personally, we would love to cast all of it, but there's only such a limited amount of time in a day, and we can only cast so much. So yeah, I hope you had a good time. Meanwhile, we are here in the upper qualifying match. We are in game number 2. ZAiN is up 1-0, and unfortunately, when we got into game number 3, we had a bit of a problem with Oreo's internet being unstable, actually lagging out, and we're trying to find a solution.
Yeah, ZAiN is currently up. The internet is down.
Yes.
Fix Singapore or riot. I should use that as like a slogan. Don't get arrested.
Mhm. Oh boy, oh boy.
You know it's bad light when Corwin's telling you to calm down. Oh.
Oh god. Shaking my head, Carwin.
Okay, any word from the admin?
I guess we're relying on Oreo to update us, mate. Oh boy.
I wonder how bad Oz internet back in the early 2000s. You know, when are you enlightening us, Light?
I mean, I don't know because I just had bad internet in the early 2000s. Like
You lived in a farm for most of it.
No, in like a city, but I had dial-up,
Right?
and there were people who had like cable, so I'm sure they had a better experience.
I'm trying to remember what the internet was like when
you were born. What are you on about me?
No, that's what I'm trying to remember.
Oh god. Yeah.
Was this around the time you had the ice packs, or did the ice packs?
No, before
come
that.
after?
Before that.
Oh.
Wait. What are you on about? The ice packs were like 2011. What are you on about? 2011, 2012. In the early 2000s. In the early 2000s, I think I'm pretty sure I had 7 kilobytes down. 7, yeah.
What?
So I would usually, like, if I was looking at an image or trying to watch a video, I would leave the video rendering and I would loading, and I would just go and do something else.
And then you're just
and I would come back and then watch it.
Yeah, it'd be like a 2-minute video.
Like Kuro knows this more often than oh god,
We're back!
Starting. Wait, I have to change the scene. It's happening.
Oh, dude.
God,
We are back in this game.
It's happening. Looks like Oreo's incident may have been fixed a little bit. Meanwhile, oh my god, we do have a depth shading into the natural base of Oreo.
Taking out a couple of drones here and there, but they do get chased away.
Boy, that they do.
I'm trying to remember what happened in the lead up to this.
It was a Stargate opener. I believe there was a Void Ray. Yeah, there we go. The Void Ray did come out. Yeah, the biggest thing is obviously it's a little bit jarring for us, and I'm sure it's a little bit jarring for the players as well. Like there was a lot of downtime there. Hopefully, both Oreo and ZAiN can get back into the swing of things. Oh boy, as ZAiN did open up with the initial Void Ray, that's something that I was going to bring up as well. That for the first time, he's going Void Rays. Are we going to see more?
Well, not just yet. The Oracle is going to be immediately followed up. But we do see a second Stargate!
There it is, mate. Ah, god, ZAiN is going double Stargate Void Ray, and Oreo does need to scout this immediately, does lose one of his creep tumors. He is working on his queen production. Again, I'm sure every Zerg player out there has played against this many times, especially on the ladder. They are well versed. But we'll see if ZAiN can bring something special here from the EU ladder. Uh-oh.
Well, so far it's already getting a little bit of success in the early game. And for Oreo, he might think it's going to be even more. Oracle's follow this up!
Okay.
And I was wondering about this, Light. I was going to say, how Latin is ZAiN?
That's a good question. So what we noticed was that Void Rays are not being produced, and that is because he's waiting for the flea beacon. Obviously, this means that this isn't mass Void Ray with Flux Veins. There are 2 options. We got to choose. Are we going to see Fast Tempest, which we have seen from Zest recently, or Fast Carrier, which a lot of players in Latin America love to do?
I guess it depends on where his brain's at right now.
Exactly. Is he in the east?
Is ZAiN sane? ZAiN is sane. Okay.
He is sane. Fun fact to a lot of people, we have seen a lot of Fast Tempest play come out from Zest, Parting. We've seen it in Europe as well. Starduck did it with varied success, very varied success. More often than not, I honestly haven't seen it win on stream whenever we cast it. But ZAiN, as you said, a little bit more sane, instead going for the fast carriers, but this is still quite vulnerable to an early attack.
It really is. It's on Oreo right now to recognize the position ZAiN is in right now. I think Oreo wanted to play this out, being very aggressive regardless. pushing out with Queens and Roach Ravager early on. There we go. He's already making his way across the map.
Yeah, exactly. On a map like Oxide, the rush distance is very small. ZAiN realizes the position he's in. He's throwing down as many cannons and shield batteries as possible. He does see the push.
And it's going to take so much right now to defend.
The rocks are starting to go down due to these things. It looks like Oreo, he doesn't necessarily want to go towards the third base, wants to go for the kill, maybe go straight into the natural.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't exactly want to go into a bunch of cannons and shield batteries, so, yeah, this is the right call. ZAiN is picking Tempest, though, which is interesting. They will be able to outrange the Queens quite a lot. They have some decent zoning potential on them, but I'm not too convinced here. The Ravagers are starting to get their biles off cooldown.
Yeah, that they are. Meanwhile, all the interceptors are going down. It looks like the first Void Ray almost gets picked off, but the carrier still stands strong. Meanwhile, the Ling Roach gets in and they depower one of the Stargates.
And that was the Stargate that was producing carriers. Such an important production building. So many probes that start to go down. Oreo taking a lot of momentum right now. The bile lands. And the carriers are down to less than half health light.
Exactly that they are. But again, there's not that much anti-air here. The Queens are struggling to really push on forward and they are running out of energy. There they go. No more energy for Transfuse. They will start falling. Meanwhile, how much damage can Oreo get done before that happens?
A whole bunch is going to be answered. GG is called. Oreo takes game number 2. Trying to hit Q instead of S when it's a replay.
GG, well played. For those wondering, that was on the Singapore server. We didn't remake. Instead, we waited, and eventually Oreo's ping did settle. And now Oreo ties up the series 1-1.
We're going into our king match.
That we are. Also, shout out to Starduck. Starduck does show up in the chat. Starduck, I hope you're feeling okay, mate. We're really proud of you for going
very well fought.
Yeah, from going all the way to the ace match, for going all the way to the qualifying match as well against Ranger. You were so close. We're proud, mate. We're proud.
I'm nodding my head along, yeah.
Oh boy. And are we going to see a similar story here with Oreo and ZAiN? Are they also going to go to the ace match? So far, you know, it's pretty even.
Yeah, I mean, they're not quite in the ace match yet, but they are in the king match.
That they are. As the players are setting up the next lobby. Oh boy.
Just going through the map list earlier on, it's been so long that I would be surprised if they needed a little refresher.
Yeah, just scroll up. Meanwhile, I can see Rangers popping off in-game chat. He's like, hell yeah, let's go. I qualified. Ranger, he's had some confidence issues, and I know that he has been feeling like a little bit like, oh my god, you know, maybe it was a fluke beating Pez all those times. Like, I didn't feel too good. Congratulations, Ranger. Congratulations.
Very, very well played. I remember last year he didn't quite make it into either ANZ Champs or DreamHack, and he was really down on himself. Ranger was thinking, you know, I'm not even a full-time pro like a lot of these guys are. How am I gonna continue competing, stuff like that? But as you see, you continue competing by just continuing to compete.
Are you gonna make a book and that's what you write? You know.
Oh, I'm gonna.
You can make money if you continue to make money.
You know, people have been asking for it, and I gotta
one's
say,
asking
like,
for it,
I
mate.
think I got a couple of people asking when quote book, and I gotta say, that's a pretty tempting sub goal, isn't it?
Is it? Is that really tempting, mate?
I mean,
oh god. Shaking my head, mate. All right, let's go.
To eat. No. You
don't even know what you're saying, mate. God damn it.
It's just how I was raised. Yes, we continue our best of 5 qualifying match on Blackburn. LE as the land falls apart around us. In the bottom left-hand corner, map spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the green Protoss player coming down from the land of Pakistan. He is going to be representing himself as well as every single one of his brothers. He is ZAiN.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have the Australian Zerg player representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Oreo. One of our very own.
A duck, if you will.
Yeah.
One of the mighty ducks.
One of the mighty ducks. This is true. That is their role in our Discord server. God, he is so close here. I mean, both players are, to be fair, we're tied up. We're 1-1. Oreo showing that he can go toe-to-toe, especially when his opponent goes for that double Stargate Void Ray or double Stargate play. I would be surprised if ZAiN tries to go for that again.
Would you?
Yeah.
We are on Blackbird now. There's,
Sure.
I think, a little bit more opportunity to get away with something like that, but I think in order to secure yourself, right, like in order to secure your bases, in order to secure your Skytoss army, you're giving up a lot of map control, and that is something that Oreo wants more than anything else.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially when you talk about map control on Blackburn, we got to bring up that gold base.
Oh yeah. How often has it been taken and been the determining factor for victory?
Definitely. I would be surprised if Oreo doesn't go for it at some point this game. Meanwhile, ZAiN just being a little bit annoying with this probe, chipping away at the drones. And yeah, we'll see what the tech of choice is going to be here for ZAiN. As you were saying, like, because the rush distance by air honestly isn't that big, like, maybe it is still worth going for a more Stargate heavy composition.
Yeah, at the very least, a Stargate opening, or well, there we go.
Huh.
Yeah, Stargate opening, or maybe even want to go for Phoenix's. Oreo is one of a kind. Consistently, he's been taking the 4 third bases.
He wants to go for that queen push, man. He wants that creep spread. He wants to just zoom across the map as fast as possible. Oh boy, I love it, but at the same time, that means he doesn't get the gold. Feels bad.
Yeah. Well, ups or the downs.
Yeah. You know, if you don't get the gold base, you don't get the gold base.
Exactly. And if you're getting a gold base, you might as well get the gold base.
Something wrong with you, man.
You're figuring that out now?
La profesora Yaku strikes again, mate. Oh god.
This is why they always come to my lectures. That's why they come into lectures. Adepts, not getting too much damage this time, but very good scout. Very nice traits from the side of Oreo.
Well, speaking of, the Overlord does get across the map. He does scout the initial Void Ray and, of course, the Stargate opening from his opponents. I'm not too sure if he saw the Oracle on the way, but, I mean, hopefully he does get ready for some units, for some Sky units regardless. Doesn't skip out on those spores.
Yeah, he knows there's a possibility at the very least. He needs to take it a little bit seriously.
More so than game 1, if you remember. Oh, he does deny!
Oh.
Nicely done there. That was pretty close, honestly. ZAiN almost got that Nexus down, but Oreo was just barely there on point with his Lings.
That's a little bit annoying, but I'm not sure how much it's really going to come into play. Once again, it's more of an Oracle heavy build coming up from ZAiN. It's not just a single Oracle this time like it was in game number 2. Decent drone damage. Pretty good drone damage. Oh, but the Oracle is so vulnerable.
Yeah, but it does manage to escape. This is what I was worried about. Like, Oreo, especially at his third base, he likes to just skip out on those spores, right? He relies a lot on his queen defense, and he was punished for it.
Yeah, honestly, could have worked out for him, but just a little bit too... Just one too few queens in position.
Yeah, and now we have 2 oracles that can dive in and one-shot these workers. There are still 3 queens here this time, but does manage to get 1 transferring worker.
Yeah, which is still net positive as long as he's able to keep the oracles alive. There is a spore crawl here, but it's not quite in range. On the edge of the mineral line, even more drones go down for Oreo. This is starting to stack up.
It is 12 drones already down here for our Zerg player. Ay. God, a lot of it did come down to the queen movement. He was kind of trying to move between the two bases, the third and the natural, and yeah, he just wasn't able to keep up with those oracles. Oh my.
We'll see if that does come into play. An earlier RoBo coming out here from ZAiN, so something a little similar to game number 1. Should be seeing some oracles come out. I'm liking this. He did see how forward Oreo was being. He kind of knows how Oreo wants to play his ZvPs. Disruptors, absolutely what you want against Roach, Ravager, Queen.
Oh yeah, I mean, we saw it to great effect in game 1, right? Like, ZAiN was able to hold beautifully with his disruptors, and that's why I'm honestly concerned about this. It looks like Oreo, he wants to be aggressive, but with the disruptors coming out, like, I don't know about this, mate. To be fair, disruptor's not done yet.
Exactly, it's all going to be in the timing right now. One disruptor is on the way, but it's still a long ways off. There's a lot that Oreo might be able to do here. He needs to reinforce his army, though. He has very, very few Ravagers right now.
Exactly.
That buffer he needs.
And there's just so much stack defense, and that stasis ward as well. It's going to be huge if it does connect with those lings.
And will it? Not quite yet. If it connects with the lings, if it connects with the queens, if it connects with anything.
Exactly.
A really large army. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Only killing one Ravager, and Oreo has a lot of momentum going his way now.
He definitely does in this belly. Anything on the ground, the Biles do connect with the shield battery. It looks like the shield battery will go down, but are there enough queens? Again, those two queens being stasis is so huge. They need to be a part of the fight. They need to transfuse.
And they're about to get transfused. Up before one queen goes down. Transfuse, puppy. Really good purification of coming in. Shaving off just enough units for the rest of the army to deal with them.
Exactly.
Safe for the counterattack.
Well, ZAiN, he defended beautifully. He didn't lose any workers, and now Oreo, he's down in army. He's down in workers. Again, going for a push like that, you have to deal like some devastating economic damage to your opponent because you invest so much into it. And Oreo, off the back of this, I would think he could maybe get back into this if he took the gold.
You really want him to grab it.
I mean, like in this scenario, you kind of have to do something drastic. Like again, he's down 10 workers.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you there. Trying to find an alternative, but it is very, very tough. Oreo might be able to, scrounge up enough army units for one final hurrah, but that is a massive risk. Would be a lot safer for him to try to out macro his opponent.
Yeah, like ZAiN is getting ready to push out. He's even expanding over to the north, getting a 4th base, both players on equal bases. Like, you never want to see this in a ZvP. And here comes ZAiN. Not just ZAiN, but ZAiN with 3 disruptors.
A very important decision to make, if we're being honest.
I think what's important is that thankfully for Oreo, ZAiN isn't committing to a Sky army. Otherwise, Oreo would be struggling with lack of anti-air, just relying on queens. Because ZAiN is focusing on the ground with charge slots and disruptors and archons, like Oreo, he could hold here.
Oh my lord. That's a very quick 4 Colossus hallucination, 5 Colossus even, and I've noticed that. As you pointed out, it is a very gateway-focused army right now. It's super important that Oreo got these Banelings. He wants these Zerglings or the Zealots to charge on top of them. Really good purification Novas. Taking out the majority of the Banelings, it seems.
Exactly. The Banelings do connect with the Zealots, but again, those Novas were just so good for ZAiN. GG gets called.
And ZAiN is insane. Takes it to the match point, just like so.
ZAiN only needs one more win to take the entire series. Meanwhile, Oreo, his back is up against the wall. He needs to win this game to take it to the ace match.
That he does. Hopefully, we do get that. Been seeing a lot of close series in our qualifying matches today. Say that that's literally only one played out so far. Or only one finished up.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think especially because just in general, you want to qualify for on the first day that you can, right? That's a load off your back. You have less to worry about. You have a little bit more time to prepare if you know who your opponents are going to be. But especially for these Oceania / rest of Asia qualifiers, they are one after the other. It is, I don't know how many times I've said that. so far in this cast, but literally less than 24 hours after the start of qualifier number 1, you get qualifier number 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be so stressful for these players, mate. Like and we have to reiterate that tomorrow's qualifiers are going to be much earlier. I imagine there are probably going to be some players who don't even know that. Not gonna lie, players are notoriously bad when it comes to keeping up with that sort of thing. So yeah, we got to remind everyone as well. And
it's okay though. That's why we're here to manage them. Yeah,
it's true. It's very true. It's our job.
But yeah, especially because it's also going to be on a Saturday tomorrow. It's also going to be a little bit earlier. I imagine there'll be a lot more signups too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there are a couple of players who are missing, right? Someone like Crimson who signed up but didn't check in. Someone like maybe Rise as well. I saw him in the chat earlier. Who was the other one? Pig Jr. Pig Jr. is another one who sticks out.
I think Pig Jr. sticks out more because hopefully he remembers that he qualified for Inside Champs on DreamHack. Or then again, he might want to focus on one, but then again, why would you do that? Speaking of questioning why we do the things we do, we are going to be continuing our series on 2000 atmospheres. LE cut my life into pieces. Because in the top right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the green Protoss player coming down from the land of Pakistan. He is going to be representing himself as well as every single one of his brothers. He is currently on match point. He only needs one more to take this. And you know he wants to. He doesn't want to wake up early to have to try to qualify again tomorrow. He is ZAiN.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the Australian Zerg player representing one of the best teams out there, the CranKy Ducklings. It is, of course, Oreo.
And as Kuro is starting here in the chat, everybody spam those yos to make Oreo's opponents go uh-oh if you want more StarCraft this evening.
Boy, we'll see if he can pull it off. We'll see if he can do it. Honestly, I'm worried. I'm very worried right now. I know Oreo can definitely pull things off, Grace under pressure, right? But again, these queen pushes, they've had mixed results, especially when ZAiN doesn't commit to those Void Rays.
Yeah, I feel like a couple of these times that Oreo went for the queen pushes, he was kind of going a little blind.
Yeah, it did seem like... Yeah, he loads in on the map and it's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do here, regardless of what my opponent does. And you take the risk, right? Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. To be fair, that stasis locking down some of those queens didn't help.
It was,
yeah.
That was quite a bit more DPS, and again, those were very high energy queens, and they had the transfuses earlier on, and could have had a very different scenario, but I think, just in general, ZAiN has definitely been on top of denying these Overlord scouts from Oreo. Typically Oreo sees the Stargate and starts preparing against it, but doesn't really go for a follow-up behind that, right? He doesn't really check to see if ZAiN is transitioning or not.
Yeah, you could argue maybe it's worth Oreo getting a faster pneumatized carapace and going for a secondary scout. But at the same time, that's a lot of resources, and if you do spend your resources there, and then you scout that it is like a big Void Ray commitment, then your queen push is a little bit more delayed, and then that doesn't necessarily work out. There is some give and take there.
Yeah, and then of course if you spend the resources on pneumatized carapace, and you see your opponent's actually going for a 6-gate chargelet, then yeah, it's a tough call to make.
It can be, and we'll see if he can make it this game. Meanwhile, we were just talking about it. ZAiN is going for a Stargate opener once again. This time, not a Void Ray first.
Yes, kicking things off with the Oracle. See how many he commits to this time.
Exactly. Whether he commits to 1, 2, or even 3, which we have seen before today.
Oh my god, is Oreo gonna leave the Overlord on top of the Stargate for 15 minutes again?
He may. He definitely may. Oh god, as he scouts and confirms that it is a double Oracle opening at least. Hopefully this time Oreo can defend his bases. I love this. You have a Spore at the natural, 2 queens, about to be 3 queens at the third. Oh, but no Spores here. No queens here though.
Yeah, and the third, of course, not exactly the most vulnerable position right now for Oreo. Only 2 drones. Very acceptable losses this early in the game.
It's better than the 5 drones that ZAiN got last time.
Yeah. To say the least.
Oh boy, and here comes the second Oracle looking to dive in potentially here at the third base. Only 2 queens here, so the Oracles could ignore the queens and go straight for the workers. Oh, 3 queens though.
Yeah, hard to ignore it when they're shooting at you.
Can I add that to the book as well?
Yep. I'd be like, back when I was enlisted.
Oh god. And
my commander used to have a saying.
And this is really important. Oreo still has this Overlord, and he does scout the Twilight Council, does scout the Forge, has an eye on all the gases, and even confirms the Robo. Mate, he sees everything.
Mate, eyes are everywhere right now for Oreo. Hopefully he doesn't go for another Roach Ravager Queen push. He knows that ZAiN is transitioning to more of a Gateway Robo army.
Yeah, he's not. Look at this. He's getting ready for a lair. He's throwing down the Evo Chamber for his own upgrades. Like, nah, mate. He has read the situation quite well.
Whew. Thankfully. I'm really curious to see what Oreo's going to do in his ZvP from here on out. So we've only seen his Queen Roach pushes, but now that he's more than aware that ZAiN's going more ground focused, is he want to go for lurkers? Is he want to go for lurkers? Will he go for some mutas for harass?
Yeah, I was about to say that actually. A lot of the Southeast Asian Zerg players, they do love going for their muta switches behind this because it can catch their opponent off guard and there is very limited anti-air. I don't necessarily know if Oreo is that kind of player. As you said, you know, what is he going to go for? Right now, he's committing to roaches. I imagine this will eventually lead to lurkers. He has been using lurkers in CVT.
Yeah, and it does definitely carry over. At least when the third player is going for charges like this.
Yeah, like, I don't know how much success Oreo is going to have if he stays on Roach Ravager just because ZAiN is going for disruptors. And we've seen time and time again, ZAiN get beautiful disruptor shots on Roach Ravager.
He really has, hasn't he? So patient, only shooting out the Novas right at last, right when he knows, right when he knows it's gonna be at its most effective.
Exactly. Oh my god, we have 5 more gateways being turned down. Oreo does go for a secondary scout. I love it. He confirms that disruptors are coming out, and this does cue Oreo to throw down an infestation pit. The big counter to these disruptors, I mean, we've seen them do so much today, and a lot of people may be thinking like, oh my god, these disruptors, that's just OP. Vipers are what you need. Ultras, mate, let's go. Nah, mate, corruptors, you know, the balls, they don't shoot up.
Oh, exactly, dude. And then you can deal with the oracles.
Mate, so clearly. What a big rain,
dude.
You should write a book.
I should.
God damn it. But yes, going up to Hive and going up to Vipers is definitely what you want to do. You want to try and abduct and cancel those purification novas as fast as possible. But you know what? ZAiN is already getting ready for that. He already has High Templar to feed back those Vipers.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the most delicate dances when it comes to micro battles in StarCraft 2. Who hits first? Templar to feedback or Vipers to the yoinks?
Yeah, it is a very delicate dance, as you said, and it can be very difficult as well. I have worry for Oreo, I worry for ZAiN. It's all about who strikes first, who goes out of position first as well. More importantly, whether these players can get there. Oreo, he's still waiting for his Hive to finish up.
Yeah, so ZAiN definitely taking the head start when it comes to having the ideal composition here. I guess he should still be waiting a little bit for High Templar to gain some energy. Yep, there we go. But still, he is actually getting the energy on those High Templar. Oreo doesn't have any Vipers to suck.
Yeah, the Hive is still about to finish up in a couple of seconds. He is throwing down a Spire. I love it, so he can opt to go for a Muta switch whenever he needs to. If he needs to later on, he does have that option available to him. The Hive is done. I'm still waiting for those Vipers. Oh my god.
Hesitating a little bit, and there's a reason why we're waiting for it. Like Oreo's maxed out. He needs to throw away some supply.
Yeah. Oh god, he just made a massive wave of lanes with that Hive. Actually, he's actually working on adrenal glands, and oh,
yes!
what?
Yes! I told you, like
the Ultras are on the way.
See, I told you, Light.
Meanwhile, those Lings are being thrown away here. He's going for a bit of harass. He's also dealing with these Lings. There we go. Because he has cleaned up those Lings, now there is enough room for Vipers to be made.
So it's going to take a little while for them to start absorbing energy from these buildings. There's a lot that ZAiN can try to do in the meantime. So it's so important that Oreo right now he's just positioning himself very, very well on the map.
Oh, yeah.
Making sure that if ZAiN does commit, he's not going to do any economic damage without damage of his own being done.
Exactly. In the end, ZAiN does back off. He's going for a bit of a harassment, as we do see the War Prism is trying to sneak into the bases of Oreo. Oreo, does he spot it? He does. Oh, he does spot it. Does react.
Parabomb?
I mean, there isn't a lot of anti-air.
Sure that's the only anti-air,
yeah. There we go. We have a single Corruptor coming out.
Yeah, might as well.
Meanwhile, Oreo just making sure he keeps an eye on the bases. Ooh, going for a bit of a baneling run by, but it will be stopped by the Zealot. Never mind.
They could be stopped by Zealots.
They could be, but you know what? The Zealots, they don't get paid enough to take down banelings, okay? They got paid to go to the tower.
That's all they're gonna do. Massive bust over here. The SimCity should work pretty well in ZAiN's favor. Very well in ZAiN's favor.
You say that, mate.
But not well enough. And his entire middle line does go down.
Yeah, SimCity doesn't matter if you don't react, as he did not react. The entire middle line did go down. The disruptor shots are going off. The yoinks do happen, but a little bit too late.
Somebody juices Purification over so you can really get the storms doing so much right now. I think ZAiN wanted to zone out Oreo's army, but in the end, Oreo just took a bunch of damage.
Oh, God. And now ZAiN is switching from his ground-based composition all the way into carriers. Thankfully, Oreo did already have the Spire, so he's working on more Corruptors, but again, he needs a little bit more time. He barely has any anti-air right now.
Yeah, he's definitely thinking a lot more for this game.
God, exactly.
So important, and they're so vulnerable.
Meanwhile, he does find the time to go for this Ling run by here. It's not going to deal too much damage, but it does distract ZAiN at the moment, and that's all that Oreo needs to do. He needs to just buy time for those Corruptors. He's going for a second Spire as well, so he can go 1-1 upgrades both at a time. Obviously, he does have the Ultra Cavern for when he does want to switch into Ultras at some point. Again, Ultras do very well when it comes to dealing with High Templars on the ground, while your Corruptors deal with the carriers in the air.
Which should be pretty soon.
I mean,
when he grabs those, but he is focusing a lot more on his Sky Army. He doesn't actually have enough. He doesn't actually have enough supply to get them.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god, the Corruptors, they want the carriers, and they do like one. No.
Enough to one-shot the carriers. He does have to eat a bit of storms and some interceptor damage in order to take it out. Oreo bleeding out a lot more than ZAiN there.
That is the Biles land. One of the High Templar does get picked off. The others are still alive though. They have plenty of energy for Storm, and now ZAiN's going for the kill. He's going for the natural.
There's only one High Templar that can actually Storm at the moment, like, but it's still very, very tricky to try to get on top of that. Good yoink. And another carrier does go down, but ZAiN, he is eviscerating the drone count.
Yeah, exactly. The Zealots and the Archons are going ham. The Ultras trying to hold the line. Meanwhile, the Corruptors are going to be able to clean up every single carrier in the air. But what about the ground army?
Ultras gonna do well against Immortals, right?
I mean, did you see the Legacy of the Void intro? The Archons do kill the Ultras.
I actually really like what ZAiN is doing, body blocking that ramp, really preventing Oreo from making sure he can group up with his army.
Exactly, and it's just too much. GG gets called, and ZAiN will qualify for DreamHack Oceania.
Really good run coming up from ZAiN here, showing off his PvP, his PvT, and now his PvZ. At the end, we once again have to ask the crowd, are you not entertained?
Exactly. I mean, well, shout out to Mark. Euthermal does show up here to cheer for his boy as well. God, like the whole Caravan squad has shown up. Jesus.
Is that safe?
It's not safe at all, mate. It's not safe.
We've built up enough of a tolerance to memes, I think. But yes, once again, congratulations very much to ZAiN here. Will be the last player qualifying for the close qualifiers from this evening. Bit of a tongue twister there. Really well fought from Oreo as well, though. You know, he had a couple of technical issues here and there, which is very unfortunate, but pretty impressive making it to the qualifying match regardless. Both Oreo and StarCraft are boys. They got close, like they got real close.
I was about to say that. I was about to bring that up. Oh god, my heart goes out to our boys StarCraft and Oreo. They both made it to the qualifying matches, but they just came a little bit short. Oh god, I mean, obviously they will have another chance tomorrow. For those wondering, qualifier number 2 is tomorrow morning. I believe
less than 24 hours from now.
Yeah, I think 3 p.m. KST. It's yeah, 3 p.m. KST tomorrow, so much earlier in the day. That does mean it's not the best time for the European players or the European viewers. So I do apologize to, you know, Kerwin, everyone from the UK, Razorblader, Euthermal, who did show up here. But of course, I guess their boy ZAiN did make it through, so
They did.
Oh god, exactly. But yeah.
I just want to reiterate, there are only 2 spots left tomorrow.
Only 2 spots remaining, and that's a terrifying thought because there are some very strong Australian players that are still in the qualifiers, that being Pez, Azure, Hut, Oreo, and Starduck. All 5 very strong AU players. Then you have a couple of others from Southeast Asia like Quantel, you've got Vivid, Chappie, Runamuk.
And we're probably going to see a couple of New Zealand players come in as well, since the timing is a little bit more reasonable for them.
It's definitely possible. It's possible. But yeah, it's gonna be a bloodbath tomorrow. There's gonna be some smiles and there's gonna be some tears. Oh god.
We need to get Starduck and Oreo with. We need to get them the best armor.
We need to get them to bed is what we need to do, because they cannot stay up, because otherwise they're gonna sleep in and they're gonna miss the qualifier, mate.
It's actually a real possibility that I'm worried about.
Exactly. Oh boy. But yes, congratulations to both Ranger and ZAiN for qualifying today. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you want to have a look at the ESL or Liquipedia brackets, and you can have a look at the run that they've had. Again, my condolences to the players who didn't make it through today, especially our own. And they will all have another chance tomorrow. Of course, we will be there to cast it, to bring all of that beautiful StarCraft to you.
Bright and early in the AM. Well, I guess it's PM tomorrow. And now we have a decision to make.
What is that decision?
Are we changing client?
Let me quickly check what's been happening over in the land of. It looks like the qualifying matches are going on right now, so we could jump in mid-series, but at the same time, it does take a while to set up over on the Chinese server.
And they're already playing out their qualifying matches.
Yeah. Again, it is a bit of a shame. We did cast the first China qualifier for DreamHack a couple of days ago. The second one is happening. Yeah, the second one is happening as we speak. And we could hop it. I have to wake up early tomorrow for another cast. But it is Jim.
It is Jim, but at the same time, Jim is already playing. Like,
Yeah,
if the
exactly.
score is already.
If they're in game 2 and it's going to be a 3-0 and we get over there and then it ends, like, mate, you know,
Yeah.
it was kind of for nothing. Oh, God. So, yeah.
Like, regardless.
It's a bit of a shame. So, for those wondering, unfortunately, today, the Chinese qualifier and the Oceania qualifier were kind of scheduled over each other. So, they did overlap. Otherwise, 100% we would have casted both of them. But, yeah. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, at least we didn't have to do Taiwan qualifiers today as well.
Exactly.
That was a real possibility last night.
That was a very real possibility. Very real. But with that, we are done for the evening. And as we are done, Yaku, why don't you tell the people, who are you, Yaku? Who are you?
I am soon to be an author of a quotes book. So that's kind of neat. Twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1. I am most definitely not streaming this month. Twitter.com @Empora Yakuzaku. I'm probably also not going to be there much this month. !Discord. In the chat, you can find myself as well as Light and all of the other CranKy Ducklings, the Mighty Ducks included. And I most likely will be there this month. So yeah, jump in, join around, have a good time. Light, where can we find you?
You can find me at Light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I do stream occasionally throughout the week, just some ladder sessions, maybe some Final Fantasy with the rest of the Ducklings. But more importantly, follow us here on the CranKy Ducklings. We cast every single day of the week. We've been live every single day of the week for the past, oh my god, just over a week now. And we are going to keep going for quite some time until the 23rd. No, even after that, actually. Yeah, it's going to be a very busy month. We will be live. We will be live in 8 hours with DreamHack Latin America Open Qualifier number 2. That is where the rest of the Ducklings will also be competing, as we do have a Latin American roster as well. So players like Terran, Shakti, not the Zerg Lord, Ryu, Neo, our Ducklings, they're going to be competing there. So we will be live in 8 hours. I'm going to be waking up early for that. Then after that, at 3 p.m. KST, is the Oceania qualifier number 2. And then straight after that, we have the Taiwan-Hong Kong closed qualifier at 9 p.m. So starting at 8 p.m. KST. So we have 3 tournaments tomorrow that we're going to be casting. They are nicely spread out, so we should be able to cover all of them. Yeah, I mean, we've done 3 before. We've done 4 before. We did 4 the other day. If you remember, we did 4 tournaments. So yeah, again, plenty of StarCraft here on this channel, as much as we can handle, and sometimes too much, but we make do.
A little bit too much.
It's fine. And with that, thank you everyone for watching. We really appreciate the support. Thank you for the raid as well. Probe raided us earlier. Renegade Studios raided us as well. Shout out to all the players in the chat, and we will see you tomorrow.
Much love. Bye.
Ciao.
Bella.